Hello, I'm Rhonda Porter with this week's episode of The Mortgage Porter, talking about mortgage rates and more, October 6, 2025. The private sector lost 32,000 jobs in September, and this was a sharp miss from the expectations of a 50,000 job gain from the ADP employment report. And they noted that job creation continued to lose momentum across most sectors. And due to the government shutdown, there was no BLS Jobs Report released on Friday. So ADP came out on last Wednesday. So this left the ADP employment report as the main economic indicator for September jobs data last week. Optional Blue shows that mortgage rates as of last Friday, October 3rd, averaged about 6.244% for the 30-year conforming. And it's a slight improvement from what I reported for you last Friday. And this graph is a 2-year trend. And please remember that Optional Blue index is an average of about 35% of mortgage transactions from lenders who use Optional Blue when they go in to lock in an interest rate. And we don't know when rates are locked, how they're being priced, if they're using points to buy down the rate or no points, which means the rate's slightly higher, what a person's credit scores are, or how much down payment or equity they have in their home, among the many various factors that go into or impact pricing a mortgage rate. So if you'd like to have a mortgage rate quote for your personal financial scenario that's current, please reach out to me. I am happy to help you. This week is pretty light as far as what's scheduled on the economic calendar, so watch for the release of the FOMC minutes from the last Fed meeting on Wednesday and consumer sentiment on Friday. It'll also be interesting to see if Fed Chair Powell addresses the lack of having the BLS Jobs Report data, as the Fed does tend to rely on this information, as accurate or inaccurate as it may be. Current odds on the Fed lowering the funds rate later this month is just below 95%. Mortgage rates are still improved, but they have been bouncing around a bit since the Fed reduced the Fed funds rate on September 17th. The ADP jobs data was released on last Wednesday, and as I mentioned, it was really disappointing numbers, which means that mortgage rates improved. It's kind of goofy how that works, but mortgage rates do tend to improve with bad economic news. So the BLS jobs report, which was scheduled to be released last Friday, as I mentioned, was delayed. And we currently don't have a date as I'm recording this as to when September's figures will be made available. We had our first homebuyer workshop last Wednesday. Attendees received their dashboard, which included recordings of the class as well as a lot of other information for them. And this dashboard will continue to be updated as our classes progress. So our next class is going to be next Wednesday on October 15th, and I'm going to talk about credit and even beyond how credit impacts your home buying purchase and financing. So I really hope you can attend. It's going to be a very valuable class. You do need to register at mortgageporter.com and click the classes and workshops tab at the top of my page. If you have any questions, please reach out to me. For the month of October, our remaining scheduled workshops are on the 15th, the credit and home buying. On the 22nd, it'll be a retirement workshop with a guest speaker at Charles Butler. And then on Wednesday, October 29th, we'll be talking about how much money you need to buy a home. So all these classes you can register at my blog at mortgageporter.com/education. And they are all going to be online and during the lunch hour, so you can grab your lunch and a computer and learn. So I hope to see you at our classes. And if you're thinking about buying, selling, refinancing, remodeling your home, restructuring debt, or reverse mortgage, I am happy to help you, even if it's months away. You can't start too soon. So, and we can also work on a budget or review your credit. So I'm here to help you or anyone that you know. Be sure to check out my blog, The Mortgage Porter, and subscribe for weekly updates. Take care, and I hope to talk to you soon. Have a great week. Bye-bye.